It's our 2-for-1. So what I think needs to be addressed a lot in healthcare now, especially with so many new people coming in. You got new nurses, new providers. Doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, a PA practitioner. Really doesn't matter. Well, I don't care if you're the damn janitor, really. You have to think about code situations. I think this is very important because, right now, I think a lot of people, they get so stressed out. A lot of new providers, a lot of new nurses, man, they get so worried during codes. Now, from working in both ICU and ER, I see codes in two different situations, all right? Like, they're literally managed differently just because a lot of the time you kind of know something's about to go on versus they walk in the front door, right? Now, what you're doing doesn't really matter. I mean, it's still the same concept. And always remember, you don't have to follow guidelines to a T. You can go out of them a little bit. And remember, if you think there's something wrong, if you think there's something identifiable that you can change and fix at an earlier time, then just do it. Don't worry about following the guidelines, the ACLS shit to a T. Follow them to start out. That's your good guide and that's your good aspect. But start thinking about medicine. Start thinking about the person. Start thinking about what's going on, how they're presenting. Maybe some labs came back, different things, That's very important. If you came back and your BNP is like fucking a good zillion and your troponins a million and you got them right before the code, you want to think that there might be coronary, like a block or a significant PE, TPAM, right? Like, boom, you knew that. But before you were running the first, off the bat, it could have been a VFib, whatever, right? But the biggest thing I want to talk about is making sure that we present to people running codes during each compression time. Bro, it's 2 minutes. That's a long ass time. Like, if you really are doing a code, 2 minutes is a lot of time. Get your thoughts together, know the rules, think about the next step ahead of time. Think about the two compression situations from now, or whatever you want to call them, right? Because at the end of the day, man, like, 2 minutes is a long time to gather what you're doing, your thoughts, to really settle down. Because if you get worked up, by the time the next starts, you're like, oh shit, I should have shot the epi and lido and amio, and oh man, well, what did they actually have a pulse? And kind of always just be on top of everything. Just kind of relax. I'm pretty good during codes, man. I sip a little drink, just a little bit of water, man. I just got water in my cup, and I'm just relaxing. Because at the end of the day, whether I'm down in the ER working or I'm in the ICU, they're the same concept. Like, your outcome is still wanting to be the same, right? Yes, the situation how it started could have been different, and your medications you have on hand or what they're already on, they might be on 2 vasopressors. You might need to put a 3rd and 4th on them, or there's another process or what have you. Compared to the ER, right? They come in the front door, shit, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. They could have wrecked a spaceship. I don't know, right? So think about that when you're doing this, because that's the most important part, is realizing that if you have time and you have a good team, just know the rules, right? All right, I got 2 minutes. The next time I'm gonna look at that monitor, see the rhythm, think about what's really going on. Hey, do you have any more information on why they came in? Or, hey, did any labs come back? Did we get any labs? Anything. Oh, you know what? They're probably gonna be acidotic, right? Because it's a code situation. Give some sodium bicarb, right? Things like that. Just relax, because in that 2 minutes, you got so many people around you that do rely on you if you're the one running it, that you want to be in a good composure, because once you start losing it, everybody else starts losing it. Oh man, oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, don't do that, man. Just relax, right? This person got meds, this person's a recorder, this person's doing compressions. You probably already intubated them or had somebody else do it if you really didn't want to at the time. Like, if you were really trying to think up stuff, let somebody else intubate. Don't get so round up on getting your skills in, like, oh, I need to tube them. You don't, bro. If somebody else is there and can tube, let them tube, man. Have at it while you sit and think about what you're gonna reverse, how you're gonna treat it, the meds you're using right now, what have you. Just remember that everything can be managed, man. It's 2 minutes. That's a long ass time when you're not doing a code, right? You're like, oh, this clock is going so slow. It's the same concept. Slow yourself down, take a deep breath. Remember, if they're already trying to die, they can't get any worse. All you're trying to do is bring them back. That's it. All you got to do is try to bring them back. That's your job. That's your job. That's it. Everything else doesn't matter. So just remember that. So just kind of relax, go through it, think about it, run all your different checklists if you have any, and like I said, get a little drink of water, man. Just sip on that shit, man. Might make it go a lot smoother, man. You just thinking about that relaxing cool drink, all right? So stay up on it, man.